Okay, so we will start here. Good morning once again. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so in last lecture, we have started with the we have almost we have almost complete with for loop, while loop, and do while loop, right? So the syntax part I already attached there in your study material link. Now today we'll have some more examples on different patterns. Okay, in yesterday we have seen only one pattern of how we are going to print the stars in a different pattern. Okay, so today also we'll try some more. Okay, so I'll just go through it. Let's say in last lecture we have gone through this int I and int j variables by using for loop we have implemented. So I will do the same for you once again. Just give me a minute. I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. When this is true, so go for next j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I. Here j is plus. Here we are going to print like the pattern. Okay, so this is the thing with, right? And if you start here, if you click on the run button, so you will get, okay, now yes, I forget to mention here in the space using space std. Okay, when I run the program, okay, you'll get this output, but what happens, it is printed in a single line. Let me know first whether screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for this. Okay, it is printed, but now, okay, I need to give like 1 2 3 4 this I need to give here /n. Okay, that means after execution of this block I need to put /n here, otherwise it will be in a same line. Okay, I don't want to do this. I'll write /n. So when it execute one time only, so it will print 1 star, it will move to next, and then it will increment the value of I variable. Then it will print this 2. Then it goes to next line. Okay, 3. Yes, correct. So I'll run the program now. Just check. See 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. Now in this program, if you change here only, instead of let's say star, if you write it 1, so it will print like 1 everywhere. Okay. I guess, okay, I will write it here. Just a minute. The PowerPoint presentation gets open. Okay, it's not for you. Okay, we will go to new slide here. Okay, what we have seen, like star, this is one pattern just now we have implemented. Along with these, like there are few patterns which are regularly used in the interviews. So like one. Okay, this way. Now, see here what you need to do. You need to make change. इथं प्रोग्राम मध्ये मी दुसरं काय केलं काय instead of star I replace only one, so all the values. म्हणजेच थोडक्यात एक तुम्ही असं लक्षात ठेवू शकता की this is same as like this one. Now instead of one, let's say if I wish to display in terms of 4 or in terms of 5, so instead of 1 I will print only here 5. इथे मी काय करेल फक्त तो 5 प्रिंट करेल and check all 5s. Instead of this, if I write here let's say 8, ओके जर सेम टाईपची व्हॅल्यूज जर तुम्हाला या असेंडिंग पिरामिड स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये जर तुम्हाला डिस्प्ले करायचे असतील, at that moment you should use this type of structure. Okay, now here is one more thing. Okay, so what I wish to notice you, इथे बघा आता मी डबल इन्व्हर्टेड कॉमा दिलाय का? I have not given the double inverted comma as I already given the number value. Okay, yes, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, इथे जर बघितलं तुम्ही, here I have not given any double inverted comma. आतापर्यंत आपण काय करतोय, सीआउट मध्ये डबल इन्व्हर्टेड कॉमा देतोय आणि त्याच्यानंतर त्या जे काय प्रिंट करायचं असेल ते देतोय. बट लाईक इफ यू हॅव एनी कॉन्स्टंट व्हॅल्यूज, सो डायरेक्टली यू कॅन गिव्ह टू दिस. बट त्याच्या जागी जर तुम्ही डायरेक्ट स्टार प्रिंट करायला गेले, ओके नाउ चेक, आय विल रन द प्रोग्राम. Star, it has a different meaning. Star is not considered under the constant values. Okay, so star जर तुम्हाला प्रिंट करायचं असेल, then you need to give double into the double inverted commas. Okay, that is mandatory. Star or any special symbol. Okay, now let's check if I give the dollar. Okay, एकच व्हॅल्यू जर तुम्हाला सगळीकडे रिपीट करायची असेल, so for that you require this pattern. Now I have the other pattern. Okay, as like this, I have one more pattern here. Now I'll I am having this values 1 2. Now here I will be having value 1 2 3. Here I will be having the value 1 2 3, sorry 3 4. Here I will be having the values 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, likewise 6 7 for remaining. So this is other type of pattern. Now can anybody tell me by looking at this code where I need to make change? आता या प्रोग्राम मध्ये तुम्हाला चेंज कुठे करायला लागेल सांगा. Yes, can anybody tell me? Just go through, just go with the example. Okay, for simply reason I will show you the working of it. Or okay, I'll use paint. Okay, I will use only this much code. Okay, the I variable is already declared and j variable is also already declared, so there is no need to define it once again. Okay, now check how it executes. When compiler comes to this first line, okay, here So it compiler encounters with the for loop, and here it comes to know the value for I variable is 1. This is step 1. Step 2 is checking the condition. Okay, this is my step 2, and the value of I variable now is 1. 1 less than or equal to 5. The condition is true, so it will enter into the body of this for loop. For loop मध्ये काय होतं, enter होईल. Then it founds the new for loop. मग इथे आता I variable ची व्हॅल्यू किती, 1. So here step 3 is inside this for loop. Step 4, again here the value of j variable is assigned. Step 5, checking the value of j variable with the value of a variable. This is your step 5. And now what is the value of j variable? It is 1. And what is the value of I variable? That is also 1. 1 less than or equal to 1. The condition is true. When the condition is true, it will enter into the body. This is step number 6. Okay, step number 6. And it will print dollar. Okay, dollar is printed. Value of I variable, here I will write I variable, and here I will write j variable. Okay, so I variable is 1, j variable is also 1, and as there is no any value in this current for loop, so after this it will go here. The value of j variable becomes 2. 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, and it again compares with here the next step, 2 less than or equal to I variable. And what is the value of I variable? 1. 2 less than or equal to 1. The condition false. When the condition false, compiler will come outside this loop. It will go to the next line. Okay, it will move to the next line here. Okay, now in the first line only this dollar is printed. Now compiler is moved to this next line. Okay, here. And as there is nothing, so it will go and it will increment this, the value of I variable. Previously the value of I variable was 1. Okay, now check, you need to concentrate on this mouse pointer. Okay, here now it checks the condition, 1 plus 1, 2. Now I value of I variable, it becomes 2. Okay, it again checks this condition, is 2 less than or equal to 5? Yes, condition is true. When the condition is true, it will enter here into the body. It will found again the value for the for loop once again. Now currently I variable is having the 2 value. Here j variable is having now, again it is reinitialized. आधीचे जे काय व्हॅल्यूज होते हे काय झाले, परत इरेज झालेत. आता नवीन व्हॅल्यू काय आहे, जे व्हेरिएबलची 1. ओके, हियर आय एम हॅव्हिंग ओनली 1 व्हॅल्यू. नाउ इट विल चेक द कंडिशन, j लेस दॅन ऑर इक्वल टू I. नाउ व्हॉट इज j? hello hello am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me what is the value of j variable? Yes, anyone? See, don't go for the practice. आता लगेच तुम्ही जाऊ नका. I will give you the time for like implementing the program. Just focused on the screen. Yes, will tell me what is the value of j variable. Is screen visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me what is the value of j variable. Here we have initialized j is equal to 1, right? So now value of j variable becomes 1, and as we are iterating in the second loop, so I is there in the 2. The condition is 1 less than or equal to 2. Condition is true. When the condition is true, it will enter and it will print one more. Now here on the second line, $1, and it will increment the value as there is no any sentence after this, so it will increment the value of j variable with 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Now j becomes 2, and I is already here as 2 if you check in the second iteration. So here I am going to print, here I am going to print, here I am going to check the condition, is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes, condition is true. So again, it will enter into the body and it will print whatever is there. So again, it need to print $. Now it increment the value of J variable with 1. That is 2 plus 1, 3. And here it will check the condition. Is 3 less than or equal to 2? Now what is the value of J? J becomes 3 and it will compare with 2. Value of I variable, that is now 2. Is 3 less than or equal to 2? Condition becomes false. When condition becomes false, it will go outside the loop and it will found next line. So compiler will go to the next line. Okay. And now after this, it goes here and it increments the value of I with 1. Now previously it was 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So I becomes 3. And here it will check the condition I less than or equal to 5. I less than or equal to 5. What is the value of I? 3. Is 3 less than or equal to 5? Yes, condition is true. So again, it will enter into the body of this for loop. Now it will found again one more for loop. Here the value of J is reinitialized to 1. I value of I variable 3. Now J is reinitialized to 1. Here it will check the condition J less than or equal to I. And what is the J? J is now 1. 1 less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. So it will enter and it will print here the $. It will increment the J. 1 plus 1, 2. Now J becomes 2. And it will check the condition 2 less than 3. Condition is true. So it will print again $. Again, it will increment J with 1. 2 plus 1, 3. It will check the condition 3 less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. It will print $. It will increment the value of J variable with 1. Now J becomes 3 plus 1, 4. Condition it will check 4 less than or equal to 3. Condition is false because 4 is greater, right? So 4 less than or equal to 3, condition false. So it will go to the next move outside this for loop and it will found next line. So it will compiler will move to the next line and it will increment the value of I variable with 1. 3 plus 1, 4. Okay. Now is 4 less than or equal to 5? Condition is true. And here again, J is reinitialized. Value of I variable is become 4. Similarly, it will print this dollar 4 times. And when J becomes 5, that is with plus plus, 4 less than, 5 less than or equal to 4 because I is now 4, right? And when it iterates 4 times, 4 plus 1, 5. Okay. When J plus plus becomes, it will increment the value with 1, 4 plus 1, 5. Is 5 less than 4? Condition becomes false. It will go to the next line. And again, it increments the value of I variable with 1, that I becomes 5. Okay. When I becomes 5, it will check the condition is I less than or equal to 5. Condition is true and it will again enter into the body of this for loop. And it again encounters one more for loop. J is reinitialized to 1 again. And this will iterate up to 5 times. The condition becomes false when 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, when J becomes 6. 6 less than or equal to 5. Condition false. It will go to the next line. Compiler will here move to the next line. And again, it will go here. 5 plus 1, 6. Again, it will check the condition 6 less than or equal to 5. Again, the condition becomes false. Then compiler will go outside this outer for loop. Okay. And as I don't have any statement here, so it will display only this much part. Okay. Now, based on this understanding, now tell me what changes required to make this output. हे आउटपुट जर मला आणायचं असेल तर काय करायला लागेल, कुठे प्रोग्राम मध्ये चेंज करायला लागेल सांगा. Yes, who will tell me? Okay, let me know. हॅव यू अंडरस्टूड द वर्किंग ऑफ फॉर लूप? इथे तुम्हाला दोन्ही फॉर लूपचं वर्किंग समजलंय का, कसं होतंय?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now tell me how or what are the changes required to make in order to print or in order to display this output. या टाइपचं जर मला आउटपुट डिस्प्ले करायचं असेल, then what changes need to be made in the program? Yes, anyone?
Output plus 1.
कुठे? इथे, here. इथे म्हणताय का तुम्ही?
Yes, sir.
ओके, डॉलर नकोय आपल्याला, बरोबर. आपल्याला काय पाहिजे? नंबर्स पाहिजे. तुम्ही म्हणजे ओके 1+1 असं म्हणताय का? हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll try. We'll check what it will print. Just see. See, whatever you are going to write in the double inverted comma, it is going to be considered it as a string. आता इथे बघा काय प्रिंट झाले. ही एक व्हॅल्यू इथे 1+1 होत नाहीये. लक्षात घ्या, ही काय झाली? ही पूर्ण एक स्ट्रिंग झाली. 1+1 ही एक स्ट्रिंग झाली. जसं आपण वर्ड म्हणतो का नाही, इथे आहे बघा रन, हा वर्ड झाला. दिस इज नॉट अरिथमॅटिक कॅल्क्युलेशन. हे अरिथमॅटिक कॅल्क्युलेशन नाही. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही डबल इन्व्हर्टेड कॉमाच्या आतमध्ये जे काही लिहिताय, इट इज कन्सिडर इट ॲज अ स्ट्रिंग. इट इज नो मोर अ अरिथमॅटिक like numbers or anything. It will be considered it as a string. This is one value, like here. This is one value. The second value, इथे बघा, one value, second value, and this is third value. Okay, but we don't want this. ओके, तुम्हाला जर 1+1 करायचं असेल तर काय करायला लागणार तुम्हाला? हा इकडे घ्यायला लागेल आणि हे असं काहीतरी करायला लागेल, किंवा but it will print 2 everywhere. We don't want this as well. हे सुद्धा नकोय मला. मला काय पाहिजे? 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, any other solution to this? Look at this, you got the solution. If you check this, you got the solution. हे जर तुम्ही नीट केअरफुली ऑब्झर्व केलं, okay, if you do observe very neatly the working of these loops, the outer for loop, the inner for loop, it will be very easy for you to like answer the question. Yes, do observe it. Don't try to go for program. Okay, I will give you time to execute the program. First thing, understanding of loop is very important. If you understand how to iterate this loop, then it will be very easy for you to execute any problem statements. Yes, anyone? काय करायला लागेल सगळं? See, you got the answer here. what I want to print is displayed here. If you check the value for I variable, okay, and what is the value of I variable? 1 2 3 4 5 दिसते का तुम्हाला? hello hello hello
Yes, sir.
Simply you need to put the value of I variable. Instead of this, if you write here I, okay, value for I, just check. I will run the program. नाही, व्हॅल्यू फॉर आय व्हेरिएबलने काय होते चेक करा. काय झाले ते 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 इथे जे आपण घेतलेत बरोबर 1 2 3 4 5 इट इज देअर. लेफ्ट साइडला ते आले. बट नाव जस्ट ओके यू थिंक वन मोर टाइम. वी आर क्लोज टू द आउटपुट. वेअर टू मेक चेंज? Where to make change? Just give me fast answer. We are very close to the answer now. Yes, who will tell me? थोडंसं ऑब्झर्व करा. Yes, do it fast. We got 1 2 3 4, but what we want, we don't want this in this order. We want 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, we want this output. Only very small changes we need to require if you understand the loop. जर तुम्हाला लूप व्यवस्थित समजले असतील हे कसे एक्झिक्यूट होत आहेत, then only one thing we need to change. So what is that? Yes, tell me fast. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes. Then tell me. ह्या व्हॅल्यू कुठल्या व्हेरिएबलला जातात चेक करा. Again very simple. If you replace I with J. ओके, आता इथे बघा सुरुवातीला ज्यावेळेस when I is 1, this loop is iterating one time. बरोबर, ज्यावेळेस I व्हेरिएबल हे एक असेल, the value for I variable is 1. At that time, this loop is iterating only one time. Okay, because when it increments with 1 plus 2, like ज्यावेळेस J2 होईल त्यावेळेस काय होते 2 less than or equal to I. That means 2 less than or equal to 1. Condition false. त्यावेळेस हा लूप काय होते टर्मिनेट होते and it goes to the increment for value of I variable. When I becomes 2, त्यावेळेस हा लूप किती वेळेस एक्झिक्यूट होते सांगा. हॅलो हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
When I becomes 2, त्या हा लूप किती वेळेस एक्झिक्यूट होते त्यावेळेस 2 टाइम्स. आता आपण लास्टला बघितले स्टारच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये. When I becomes 3, this loop is executing 3 times. When I becomes 4, this loop is executing 4 times. When I becomes 5, this loop executing 5 times. Okay, आणि हे 5 टाइम्स होते हे कशावरून कळते आपल्याला बेस्ड ऑन द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ J व्हेरिएबल. सो इन्स्टेड ऑफ I, इथे जे I व्हेरिएबल मी माशी लिहिते, इन्स्टेड ऑफ I, if I write J, so J1 J2 3 4 5 it will iterate when as per the value of this I variable. Just check, it will print 1 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, just check. Okay, are you getting this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, जर मी इथे ओके व्हेन आय राईट आय ओके इथे आय व्हेरिएबल केलं तर काय होते, इथे आय या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट होते. ओके जे सी आय विल रन द प्रोग्राम अगेन. इथे मला काय समजलं की इथे आय व्हेरिएबल घेऊन उपयोग नाही, कारण काय होतंय की इथल्या आय व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू ही नंतर इन्क्रीमेंट होती, ह्या लूप नंतर इन्क्रीमेंट होती. इथे बघा, इथे काय झालं, लूप ब्रेक झाला, नेक्स्ट लाईनला आला, पण मला एकाच लाईनला 1 2 3 प्रिंट करायचे. मग ती व्हॅल्यू कोणाकडून येते, मला इथे जे व्हेरिएबल कडून. सो इन्स्टेड ऑफ आय आय एम गोइंग टू प्रिंट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ जे. सो इट विल प्रिंट इन वन लाईन ओनली. 1 1 2 3 1 2 3. जितके वेळेस हा लूप एक्झिक्यूट होतोय तितके वेळेस काय करतोय तो जे या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट करतोय. अँड व्हेन कंडिशन फॉल्स इट विल गो टू द नेक्स्ट लाईन. ओके, इट विल इन्क्रीमेंट हिअर. आता जर ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही इथं 3 बघताय तर त्यावेळेस इथे किती असणार आहे, व्हॅल्यू फॉर आय व्हेरिएबल बिकम्स 3. ओके, आणि त्या 3 3 कंडिशनलाच हा काय असणार आहे, ट्रू असणार आहे. बिकॉज व्हेन इथे जर मी जे प्लस 1 केलं, 3 + 1 4, 4 + 4 लेस दॅन ऑर इक्वल टू आय, कंडिशन बिकम्स फॉल्स. सो इट विल गो टू द नेक्स्ट लाईन. मला 4 प्रिंट करायचं तर काय करायला लागेल, मला नेक्स्ट लाईनला जायला लागेल. नेक्स्ट लाईनला गेलो म्हणजेच काय झालं, आय व्हेरिएबल आय एम गोइंग टू इन्क्रीज विथ 1. नाव 3 + 1 4, 4 is less than equal to 5, condition is true and it will again iterate 4 number of times. Okay, now with this we can able to trace 2 patterns. आता इथूनच आपल्याला किती मिळालं, 2 पॅटर्न. दिस इज वन and second is yes the value of I variable like this way. Okay, this is for value of I variable. म्हणजेच काय की आउटर लूप साठी, आउटर लूपचं जे काही तुम्ही व्हेरिएबल यूज केलं, इथे आउटर लूप मध्ये कुठलं व्हेरिएबल आहे, आय. If I use this I variable here, I will get this type of pattern. Okay, and if I use inner loop म्हणजे कुठला, the for loop with j variable. Okay, j variable मधला जर मी व्हेरिएबल j for loop मधला जर मी व्हेरिएबल यूज केला, if I use the variable from the j loop, so what it will give me, it will give me the 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, if you see, this is for your inner for loop, this is for your outer for loop, this is for again inner for loop execution, this is inner for loop execution. Okay, with this is for constant values, and here we are changing the values with like as per the outer variable or the inner variable. Okay, समजलेत का तुम्हाला हे दोन?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you write a program to display output in this fashion. Okay, that means you need to display here the variable from the inner loop. Okay, I'm going to share you the link in the chat box to write a program for this. Okay, before this I will give you some first 5 lines. Okay, in a comment, program PATTERN pattern. See, this type of program we called it as a nested for loop. For loop च्या आतमध्ये जर for यूज केला असेल तर nested for loop. जसं आपण nested if else बघितले, बरोबर, nested if else असेल, else if ladder असेल. In the same way, if we use for loop within for loop, we called it as nested for loop. If you use while loop within while loop, we called it as a nested while loop. Okay, so same type of loop जर आपण एकाच प्रोग्राम मध्ये यूज करत असेल, म्हणजे लूपच्या आतमध्ये लूप, that time we called it as a nested loop. Okay, now I'm going to share you this first 5 lines. in the chat box. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, here I'm going to pass you the link. Okay, you can click on the link and copy these first 5 lines into your program and like start execution of this pattern. Then we'll have one more example on it. Okay. Okay, start executing the program and send me the screenshot. Hello, everyone.